Hello, beautiful internet family. Dan here from DansTube.TV. Welcome back to the Fearless Drone Academy podcast, where today I'm joined by Mole Media, and we're going to talk about some new releases from Autel Robotics. We've got a brand new mini drone called the Evo Nano, and we've also got a Air 2S competitor, which is called the Evo Lite. So thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Fearless Drone Academy podcast. Make sure to check out Mole Media's Instagram account, which will be linked below. Enjoy this episode and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, guys. One thing I was surprised by, when Autel Robotics announced their new drones, they didn't live stream it. They didn't really post anything online about it. It just kind of came through as an email blast.
Yeah, and that was pretty much it. Like, you think for the products they're launching, hype it up. You have something there for everybody, not just, hey, here's a web page.
Yeah, and like, I don't want to be mean here because I'm very excited, but let's look at the web page at the top there. It says it's not secure as well. That's not the best kind of first impression up here.
Yeah,
not a secure page. I mean, it looks very clean. You look at their landing page; it's very professional. It looks Apple-esque or it looks DJI-esque. It's very efficient. But yeah, maybe if Autel are watching this, I would love to see a live stream. That would be awesome.
Definitely.
But here we go. This is like first impressions here. It's called we've got two drones to talk about, or I guess multiple drones because there's different versions. But
two bases.
yeah, two bases, and they've called it the Evo Nano Series. So it's a mini drone, and like, it looks stunning. Straight away, I love the design. It looks very unique.
Definitely. It's just a nice looking, aesthetically pleasing drone.
Yeah.
And Nano sounds way cooler than mini.
It really does.
Nanotech, or think Iron Man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. And like, just the tiny little accents here, like little yellow eyes, and you've got the black and the orange, like, and that silver with the white. Again, it just looks very unique. I love what they've done here. And even like the little accent around the camera, like we've got a little red here, and then on the orange one, it's a bit more subtle. I love that. Like, you're not just buying a stock standard design, you actually have customization to it. That's something really cool.
Yeah. Without looking any further into that, which color design would you pick?
That's a great question. I'd love to know as well in the comments below for anyone watching. For me, it's hard, man. It's really hard. I want to see the front of the red. I feel like I can't actually make the decision without the front of the red.
Maybe we'll make a decision by the end of this the Nano segment.
Yeah. Do you have any that stand out?
I love the orange, the Autel orange. It just
yeah.
I don't know. It has a kind of industrial look to it, I guess.
It does. Doesn't it?
I'm just a fan of the orange. Plus, when you're flying so far away, you can actually see it.
Yeah,
unlike
100%.
The greys or the DJI colors.
So in the comments, actually, Peace Drone has said the grey with yellow looks my favorite. I was actually really liking that yellow. Like, it's a kind of a space grey almost, so it's subtle, but then that yellow on the front really does stand out.
Kind of reminds me of the newer AMGs that have the yellow accents.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, I think I'm kind of with you actually. I think that Autel orange really does stand out. And
Definitely.
I think we spoke about it in our last live stream, but like, is that a color that they've branded? Is it Autel orange? It's very unique.
Try and use it on something.
Yeah. So as we can see, so it's the Evo Nano series, and then as we scroll down, this is just on their website. This is the landing page to promote the Nano, but it starts off with the Evo Nano Plus. So I'm not 100%, like, it's not too clear to me where the other one is. Like, I had a quick scroll before. We'll go through and see if it pops up, but there's no distinct difference on the landing page where it says like, this is the Nano and this is the Nano Plus. I don't know if that's just me, but it doesn't come across too clear when I'm scrolling through the page what that actually means. But anyway, it's got 1/1.28 inch sensor with an f-stop of 1.9. Very nice.
That's awesome. That's low light beast.
That is a beast,
especially for that size.
And they've put AF on the lens as well. Autofocus, I'm guessing.
It's either autofocus or as
Yeah. So then as we go down, so again, like this is the Nano Plus from my understanding. Like when we saw the earlier leaks and when we saw that press release, yeah, they were saying that there were two different versions, and now it looks like they're just showing us the Nano Plus. Is that the sense you're getting?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's more, but we've got a fair bit to scroll down still. So
Yeah. So
50,
anything in here? F1.9.
the 50 megapixel stands out straight away. I wonder if that's pixel binning or it's actually a 50 megapixel sensor.
Yeah.
Wow,
I wonder.
that's massive. Like it's 0.8 of an inch sensor with 50 megapixels. That's coming up close to Mavic 2 territory in a very small drone.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I wonder.
aperture of 1.9 is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane. That's very impressive.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, isn't it, really, unless we look into the specs. But yeah, 50 megapixels. I wonder, like you said, whether it's just that inflated thing where they've kind of, what they just add to it as such, like it's 4 separate photos.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll take a few seconds to take each photo, which,
Yeah.
if you're doing real estate and you've got time or so to take one photo, or even just prints, that one photo can be pretty good for prints.
Yeah, 100%. And then
Okay, so
here's,
this is a different one.
yeah, so this is obviously the different one. So up here, it says Evo Nano Plus, which is
Yep.
the 50 megapixel. And then this is the Evo Nano, which is a half-inch sensor. And it's f2.8 with 48 megapixels.
Still
Pretty
pretty
epic.
good.
Pretty epic,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
So 4K 30. Yeah.
Juicy. I still can't decide which one I'd like more. They're both
Yeah.
pretty good. I'm sure there's a price difference, but until then,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'd love to see like a side by side as well, like what the actual differences are with the cameras.
yeah.
And like, so have they somehow achieved the exact same weight for these slight differences? I guess the cameras wouldn't be any bigger, would they?
Well, there wouldn't be much more of a difference inside the camera itself. Like how much does the sensor weigh? Half a gram?
Yeah.
I'd like to see an actual side by side, say like comparison spreadsheet. Maybe they might have something on the website further down. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah. So up here, did it actually say 4K 30?
I didn't see.
For the Nano Plus, it doesn't. I'm guessing it's 4K 30 still. Yeah. Okay, well, let's keep going. Nothing else that stands out there. So darker shadows, brighter highlights.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, that unique color. That orange is very vibrant. I love that.
It is.
So Peace Drone is actually saying premium bundle on pre-order is £719 UK pre-order.
Okay. That's still not too bad.
No. I know it's hard to tell from a photo, but even the build quality looks a little bit better than the DJI minis. I know it's hard to say from a photo.
It just I don't know, the plastic has that kind of, I know we're just talking about looks, but it has more of that rugged kind of look to it, or feel. Like you feel like just looking at it, you think it's going to be a much more premium plastic.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it really does. So up here, so they've referred to it as, you've got the elegant Arctic white, the deep space grey, and the blazing red. Have I missed one? I can't actually see the side of that screen. Oh, and then obviously the Autel orange. So they do refer to it as Autel orange. There you go.
Nice.
And if I click through, here we go. So these are the different color designs. So we've got the orange, which looks gorgeous. Yeah, I actually quite like the white as well. It's pretty unique.
It is.
And then here's the red. Oh yeah, so there's a little red around the camera.
I think I'm pretty much sold on red right now.
Yeah, the res looks awesome.
Does red go faster? I wonder if that's true in cars to drones.
It's got to be, right? Yeah, that's really nice. And like red and black, that combo is amazing. That's like MKB HD, if you know that YouTuber.
Yeah.
Like that's his combo.
It is.
That's awesome. And then there we go. That's the.
I still like that.
Yeah.
I still like that yellow accent though.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? Look at the difference though. Up here, the yellow's vibrant, and then down here it looks a little bit more like a custardy kind of color. That's interesting. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Fits in a pocket. That's what I like to see. That's why we buy drones, right?
Exactly. Put every one of them in pockets.
Yeah. From the side pocket view. Yep, cool. Okay, now sky portrait. Your personal paparazzi. Here we go. Beautiful stock photo of people in a sunflower field. Love to see that.
And one of that was taken from a drone.
Yeah, there's no way. Maybe.
Could be. Well,
Unnecessary
at 1.1
though.
aperture. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So this is the thing. This is what really makes it stand out, obviously, over the Mini 2. So far, everything's very similar to the Mini 2 offering, besides the obstacle avoidance, which they haven't really pushed unless we've missed it. But yeah, we know that there's obstacle avoidance.
Yeah.
But there we go. Dynamic track.
That's awesome. We've been waiting for that for how long?
Yeah. Mini drone with tracking. That's really exciting.
Mm.
So master subject tracking, recruit your Nano to automatically follow any person, animal, or vehicle. So I don't really have enough knowledge of what their dynamic track looks like. I don't know if dynamic track 2.1 is their latest one. I have no idea. Do you have any knowledge of that?
Honestly, I'm very limited when it comes to Autel, so I'd like to see it. That's for sure.
It sounds better than version 1 at least. At least we know that.
Exactly. There's some improvements there.
So here we go. It's a very like bog standard kind of landing page. It gives you all that dopamine straight away. You're like, oh yeah, beautiful photo. Oh, I can capture that with a drone. Very nice.
Exactly.
So what have we got here? So these are the different shooting modes. So we've got flick. Never heard of flick before. Do we know what flick is?
No idea. I think they might have. It might be the same as the DJI ones, but just changing the names for proprietary reasons.
Yeah.
But what is flick? Is it like droney or is that rocket?
Oh yeah, it could be droney. Droney's the one where it kind of comes back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be that one. So we've got that. We've got rocket, fadeaway, and orbit. So orbit's obviously the circle.
Yeah. I feel like they've really let down on not showing videos there because cool. Here's the modes, but what do they do?
Yeah, and I'm trying to press them. Yeah. I'm like, am I missing something here? But no, you can't play anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like they've missed something there. Video would be really nice.
Yeah, even just a GIF. Like, it only has to show those few frames.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, that'd be a mystery for us, won't it?
Yeah.
Then we've got the Movie Master. So that's obviously like the application, I'm guessing. Play your favorite templates. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Easy editing. Sweet. What have we got here?
The lag. Wow. That's decent range.
Whoa, that's massive. Yeah. 2.7K transmission quality instead of 1080p.
Does DJI even do that?
No, they only do 1080.
And 720. Or 720 even at such a distance.
That's insane. 2.7K transmission quality. Wow. That's really impressive.
Yeah. And no lag. I wonder what their definition of lag is.
Yeah. Okay, so a range of 6.2 miles, which from memory when we looked into it, it was 10 kilometers, was it? I'm pretty sure.
That's cool. Yeah, actually, I remember that from last week, yeah.
And anti-interference capabilities, whatever that means. That sounds great. No lag.
Is that encrypted? Because I know a lot of people are trying to steer away from DJI being, a Chinese market. And is Autel's American, isn't it?
Yeah.
From memory?
Yeah.
The anti-interference means it's secure connections.
Yeah, that's
which,
exciting.
Ticks a lot of boxes when it comes to government as well. But their interface is really nice.
It is, isn't it? Very clean.
Simple. Yeah.
Very nice. And also, like, I feel like it's similar enough to the DJI Fly interface that if someone was to go over to Autel, they'd know enough about the interface to just kind of transition easily.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's quite nice. Everything's like in the same layout, like battery in the top right, map in the bottom left. It's all very similar to DJI's layout anyway.
Nice.
So that's quite nice. What have we got here?
This 160 megabits. That's quick.
Well, that is.
That's your videos very quick. Like, how many times have you tried to download a video onto your phone and a 5 megabyte photo takes 30 seconds?
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, there's a lot of big promises here. It actually sounds really impressive.
Look, I know they can promise and show all this on here, but to see it in action is going to be a whole different story.
The controller, for whatever reason, I don't know. I get a sense that it looks a little cheap, but I mean, I've said that before, and I've been shocked. Like, I actually said that about the new updated controller for the Mavic Air, the Air 2S, and the Mini 2. I thought that looked quite cheap when I first saw it, but I've been impressed with that.
I think everyone had the exact same initial reaction on that, and then it's kind of like it grew on all of us. I like it, just having the screen on top. It's just a nice center of gravity when you're holding it.
Yeah. And the biggest thing, which I've mentioned in all my other like reviews, is you can actually keep your phone in its case and put it in there.
It's such a, like, I know it's trivial, but it just makes it a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
Not having to stuff around, rip it out of the case. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. All right,
that's
here
what
we
wanted.
go. So the advanced obstacle avoidance. So what have we got? Does it tell us? Oh yeah, three-way binocular vision sensors. So we've got front, rear, and downward facing sensors. That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's great. It really looks, it's a gorgeous looking drone.
It is.
It's very glossy.
Like they've taken, it's glossy, but almost satin at the same time. It's like they've kind of taken the previous model of the Autel and just shrunk it down.
Yeah.
Or almost.
It's impressive. I like the look of it, yeah. Cool, well that's really impressive. So we've got the tracking modes, and then we've got three-way binocular vision. That's crazy. They've put that into a sub 250 gram drone.
That's nuts.
That's insane. Like, DJI need to bring the heat with their Mini 3. It needs to be something.
Well, Christmas is coming, so we know DJI hopefully has something up their sleeve.
Yeah. I just really hope that for Autel's sake, because this is amazing, and I'm really excited to see what, how this goes for them, but they just really need to make sure they get on top of the stock, like it needs to be available. They can't have any issues, otherwise people aren't going to wait around, I don't think. Well, maybe they will, it depends, but
that's what, this day and age with how many drones are on the market, like I'm sure you remember the original the Skydio 2s. Some people waited 6 months to a year for theirs. Like, honestly, if I had to wait that long, I would have canceled my order pretty quickly for any drone, regardless.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that actually happened with another Australian company with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. They had issues. That, yeah, they had a lot of issues, and a lot of people stopped they cut out their pre-order and went to a different brand. They just couldn't wait. They can't wait that long.
Yeah.
So from what I can see, there's no difference between the Nano Plus and the Nano. It's just the cameras. Like, there's no difference with sensors or anything, really. It's just the camera system by the looks of it.
Okay.
From what we can see.
Interesting to see what the price difference is then.
Yeah, for sure.
28 minutes.
There we go. So we've got 28 minutes, which the Mini 2, isn't it 30 minutes they quote?
31, I think, give or take.
31, yeah.
Still 28.
28 is great.
It's a usable 25 minutes, give or take. So yeah, I'd still be happy with that, honestly. That's pretty good.
Yeah, considering they're powering the sensors, I guess, as well, and a larger camera sensor and the obstacle avoidance.
Yeah.
That's not bad. 28's fine. That's usable.
Definitely.
Great. So that's that. If I click on overview, I think it just literally loops me back to the same page. Yeah, it does.
I'd really like to see an actual spec spreadsheet.
I know.
Just to show the actual numbers there, aside from all the pretty photos that they've managed to manipulate.
Yeah. It's a pretty landing page, but we want to see something a bit more raw.
Yeah, what codecs are we shooting? Are we shooting, is it only shooting 60 megabit, or is it shooting 120? I feel like 100 is kind of like the average across everything now.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Like, you can shoot 4K 30, but it's just going to look like a phone.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll find out.
Very impressive. I don't know whether we've seen any footage from it yet, have we? I don't think there's been anything.
I had a quick look around on YouTube. There'll probably be some sooner or later, but for now, we'll keep wishing.
Yeah, for sure. It's very exciting, though. I think, if we just look at this compared to the Mini 2, just on face value, it's bringing more heat than the Mini 2. It's got
definitely
a nicer sensor. It's got obstacle avoidance, three-way obstacle avoidance, not just front-facing obstacle avoidance, like three-way obstacle avoidance.
It's ridiculous.
Those colors, like, that's something. One criticism I guess I have felt, and it's very minimal. It's most people don't actually care about it, but DJI drones all look the same now. They're all the same
Yeah.
color, the same build. They just look like smaller versions of the larger drone. And to me, it's like that's fine for their marketing, and maybe in a store, an average consumer might go, "Oh, that, I can see the difference. That one's a smaller version of that one." But like Autel are bold. Like this is a bold decision to go with multiple colors. I love that.
Definitely. Just gives that little bit more of an offering aside from the however many drones they have available now. It's just that nice little bit, especially with someone getting their first drone, to have at least a color choice. It says something about your personality, I guess. I don't know. It's just something more.
That's it. It's something unique. And again, it's only aesthetics, and most people, I'm sure, wouldn't care that much about it. But there's also a few people that 100% would care about that, and I think that would make a difference for them.
I'd still like to see a test if red goes faster.
Yeah. It's weird how it's in the second podium spot here. I think that's a lie. I think it should be the fastest up here.
Exactly.
That's a cool photo, though. I like that. All right, cool. So that's the Evo Nano with the two versions, the Plus and the normal, even though they haven't really... See, like, it would have been nice to kind of have a side-by-side to see the actual differences between the Plus and the Nano. Because still, to this day, like, I've checked this landing page multiple times, and I don't really see any major differences between the two, just the camera. Did you notice anything else?
That's pretty much all I got from it. It's the camera's the only difference, which is interesting.
Fine.
Like, have they had to shave off the weight somewhere else to make the Plus version a little bit lighter, or to keep it under 250?
Yeah, for sure. I just don't think that's clear enough on this landing page. I think when we see the spec sheet and when we see a bit more information, it'll be a bit clearer. But again, this is the only difference, the sensor. And then obviously one's saying 50 megapixels, the other's saying 48. It's like, it's just not enough information for us to kind of make that decision yet. Obviously, it's not available just yet, but it would be nice to know a bit more.
Definitely.
Cool. All right. Well, that's the Nano, which I hope it comes to Australia. I hope it's easy to get our hands on. It looks awesome.
Fingers crossed for it.
And then the next one that was announced is this guy here.
Evo Light Series.
So again, it's a series, so we have multiple versions of it. Looks like they've only gone with the 3 colors here. They've removed the fast red.
Damn.
No red for you.
Do those arms look like carbon? They are.
They actually do, yeah.
I wonder if they're actually carbon, because that's pretty cool.
Wow, I didn't even notice that when I looked at it originally.
I'm all for that, just purely because it's carbon. The inner car guy comes out, and carbon is amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, so here we go. So again, we've got that confusing branding a little bit, where it's like Evo Light Plus and Evo Light. Okay. Which is fine. I mean, I'm just thinking of like the customer's experience of like it's not clear, it's not to the point. Yeah. But that's fine. So the Light Plus, what have we got here? It's a 1-inch CMOS sensor.
That's cool. Vibrant colors, low noise. I wonder what you can crank up the ISO to then. Like, they haven't really specified, hey, if you crank this ISO to 6400, is the image going to turn to rubbish?
Yeah. That would be nice. That would be nice to know that. Again, sounds great all on paper, but it's hard to tell. So the adjustable aperture from f2.8 to f11, which is the same as the Mavic 2 Pro. Is that right?
Yep, it is. But I feel like that's a good variety. Like especially low light, you want that thing all the way open to 2.8.
Yeah, that's great. No, that's really good, and I love it how they've called it Autel's Intelligent Moonlight Algorithm. Whatever that means. That sounds amazing. Obviously, it's good in low light. They're trying to say. That's what that photo says to me.
Would have been easier just to say low light beast.
Yeah, exactly. And then what, a 6K 30 FPS.
Is this got a built-in memory, or I don't know? There's a lot of hard drive space already.
Yeah, and see, that's interesting. Look at that. So they're saying 20 megapixels, yet we're looking at the Nano. It's saying 50 megapixels. Like, what's the go with that?
Yeah, maybe it's like the same as DJI, where they say it's 48 megapixel, but it's really only 12 with a quad beta sensor. But in saying this might actually be a true 20 megapixel.
Yeah, which would make sense. Okay, so restore natural colors.
Of what? Was it an ice shelf?
Yeah. Okay.
Surely they could pick a better photo. What is it? Is it a photo of Mars?
I don't know. Producing clearer images with more layers. So like more dynamic range, are they saying?
I wish they actually said that. It would have been a lot more, you know,
Would have sold me a little
made more
more.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the best
Uh,
photo to really display natural colors, is it?
no.
Anyway,
Okay.
so defog mode, interesting. Whether you're flying over a gloomy hilltop, cut through the haze with a fog penetration function. Like all these buzzwords they're
Is that
using.
just is it just a dehaze, like automatic dehaze, or
I
like if I
guess
want to
so.
if I'm going to photograph fog, I want to see the fog.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Accidentally hit defog. Oh, I can see through everything now. That's great. I
Yeah,
wanted to see
perfect.
it.
You've taken away the layers. You've taken away the fog. I wanted the fog.
Exactly.
Well, maybe that's just something you can turn off. Hopefully, it doesn't just automatically do it and you have no
Yeah.
control. Okay.
Ooh, carbon again.
Yeah, it really does look like carbon, doesn't it?
Does if it's real carbon, I'm sold on that straight away.
Yeah,
But if
that's
it's fake
awesome.
carbon, no, they've lost my trust.
Wow, here we go. So it is saying 50 megapixel here. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a little confusing. This is the thing I was looking actually forward to. So what do they mean? A 4-axis gimbal, the world's first
Hang on.
4-axis gimbal.
What's a 4-axis? What's the
Oh,
fourth axis?
so they're saying maybe it
Oh,
can turn to shoot vertical.
yeah. I remember we did talk about that last week for for Instagram and whatnot. Just flip the camera. Can you scroll up a little bit, see if it does it show anything? No.
It's hard
It
to
looks
tell.
like maybe that top section looks like there's another little bit up there that maybe could be attached to turn it.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
interesting. I don't know about that one.
Four-axis gimbal.
So
Okay.
is that what they
So
mean though? Are they saying that it can
yeah.
turn on itself
Yeah,
almost?
it's like the original Mavic where it's got the essentially the fourth axis where it twists it for vertical photos.
Okay. I
That's
mean, it
cool.
makes
Okay.
sense for the way the world's going, the way that social media is going.
Well, it's a vertical format this day and age. You know, your TikToks and stories, it's all
Yeah,
vertical.
that's it. Yeah,
Just
that
saves
makes
that
it
one
easy.
little bit of cropping.
Mm.
And I'd buy it just for that one feature.
Yeah, straight away, drop a couple of K for some TikToks. So
For
we've
the
got
gram.
50 megapixel camera. So now it's saying 50 megapixels, similar to the other one, equipped
Yeah.
with a 1/1.2 inch CMOS sensor, which is
Is it the same sensor?
Yeah, that's what they were saying for the Nano, right? It was a 1 over
Yeah.
1.28.
Is it the same sensor specs? Maybe. Can we have
So
a
it's a
look?
1 over 1.28. Yeah.
Yep.
But
No,
again, we can't really
yeah.
see what that actually means because the camera looks a lot larger.
Yeah, but if it's the same sensor, well,
Yeah.
hmm.
Okay. I don't know about that.
What's PDAF? I looked it up before. What's it called? It is phase detection autofocus. So the same as the Sony's use, it just has a lot more autofocus points. CDAF I know is another type of autofocus, but I, goes beyond what I know.
Yeah, okay.
If anyone knows, mention in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Okay, well that's cool. I guess it would be nice if maybe for the average consumer they explained what that was.
They're
But
just like dropping all these like what's a RYYB sensor?
yeah,
I know RGB is red, green, and blue, but
red, yellow, yellow, blue. I don't know. That's
yeah,
weird. Well,
yeah, it's just
4K HDR, that's great. That's what we've seen before from DJI. And I think Autel have had that as well, right? The HDR
yeah,
4K.
it's always good to know. But
Yeah.
HDR video, that's nothing new, really, is it?
No, nothing too new there. Track fast moving subject, so instant focus, instant capture, with a precise autofocus that locks in within milliseconds using a phase detection autofocus and dual focus algorithm. That sounds pretty impressive, but I never really have
Sounds
issues with my drone struggling with focus.
yeah. Well, you think about it, you're focusing, well, most drones, unless you're, a meter away from your face, you're focused to infinity nearly all the time.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think DJI, even in the newer drones, they actually got rid of the tap to focus because it's always in focus permanently.
Yeah, exactly.
Try it out.
Yeah, it's not really necessary, but I mean, looks good for them to advertise it that way. That sounds great, again.
Exactly.
But yeah, infinity focus is not really necessary to have something like that, but
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. See what that means. And here are the color options. So we've got that interesting silver, whatever they call it. What is it?
Like
The
space,
deep space gray.
gray. It sounds pretty fancy.
It does.
Is
We've
there
got...
carbon on the white? No, there's not.
Oh,
Come on, Autel, you missed the boat.
really?
Drop the
That's
carbon back on.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the orange one has the carbon. Wow.
Yeah.
Weird. I wonder why they've decided to do that.
Because it looks cool.
Yeah. Why not have it on the
Okay.
white?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
interesting.
Well,
Again, so here we go. So it hasn't loaded. Cinematic shots with a single click. So we've got the same offering as the Nano: flick, rocket, fade away, and orbit.
okay. So realistically, the only difference we've seen so far is that vertical gimbal.
Yeah,
Like from memory, I think that's it.
yeah, that's it. Because they're both 50 megapixels. They're both 1/1.28. Yeah,
Okay.
that's really weird. Well,
And
what are they bringing?
yeah, and personal paparazzi. I'm pretty sure that was the photo with the sunflowers as well.
Yeah, that was the same
Which
thing.
is realistically, it's the same with any drone. Your drone is your personal paparazzi. You can take a selfie with a drone, any drone. Like it's not really a selling point these days.
No, that's kind of what a drone is. It is your personal paparazzi.
Yeah,
Okay.
blur the background automatically for.
Okay. Yeah.
I really hope that looks good. Otherwise, it's going to look really poxy.
Yeah. I hope it actually looks realistic, like a
Yeah.
nice
Like, can you
bokeh
imagine
effect.
having? Yeah, can you imagine having the out of focus background on that one image there? Like it just looked weird.
Yeah. And is that the
Mm.
example they're showing us? Because the background doesn't look ridiculously out of focus or
Yeah,
like
it
bokeh.
looks pretty crisp to me.
Yeah. Okay. Whether it's the top of a mountain or your backyard. Okay. Well, I mean, that could be good. It just depends on what that is, whether that's something that you can do after the fact, after you've taken the photo, or whether you take the photo and that's how it is in that blurred mode, because that could screw up your
Yeah.
footage or your shot.
Yeah, maybe it could be like this, like the iPhones and Samsungs where it takes the photo and you can actually manipulate it within the photo and still revert back to the original one.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I only
like that.
discovered this the other day on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't use portrait mode very much.
No. But it could be
Hmm.
good. Again, it's kind of really targeting the consumer. They're not really pushing to make this a
Hmm.
prosumer drone, really, are they? It's like
Yeah,
still pretty stock standard.
sure.
There we go, and
But
it's still
then,
got the same dynamic track, 2.1, as the Nano.
hmm.
I'm more impressed by the Nano at the moment and how they've been able to put
Yeah,
that into such a small body.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Like, hopefully, there's more sensors or something. And
Okay,
it's
it's
the
got a
same
slightly
thing.
improved range because I think it was, what was it, 6 point something?
I think it was 7 miles as well. I think.
No, there we go, 6.2 miles.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So
okay. So it is.
slightly,
Maybe is that a different remote or is it the same
it
remote?
looks like the same remote to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's really impressed me. A 2.7K transmission quality. That's great. That's really
Definitely.
cool. But again, only slightly improved range for the Lite.
Yeah. If the price difference is massive, I'd like for someone say getting into the drone market, I'd just go straight for the Nano because there's not really enough to justify what could be another grand or so, Australian dollars.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
100%. And then we've seen all this as well. Here we
Same.
go. So, oh wow, and it's
Ultra
the
wide.
same. 3.
Oh, did it mention? No, it's. Can you bring
Uh,
up the other one? The other one because that's saying ultra wide
oh,
150
yep.
degrees. It didn't
Okay.
say that on the last one, did it? No.
So it's advanced compared. So they're referring to it as binocular vision, and this is 150-degree
Okay.
vision.
That's pretty. That's
That's
pretty good. Like,
yeah.
that would detect probably a bit coming on the sides as well.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah, that's pretty
that's
good.
cool.
So that's a slight
And
improvement.
yeah, and that carbon looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm
that orange and
gonna keep
carbon.
raving about that.
That's really cool. I like that. And just to see 6K on a sensor is pretty nice as well.
Yeah,
Okay, so slightly
definitely.
improved obstacle. Still the 3 sensors, or the three
Mm,
three directions of sensing, but 150
yeah.
degrees is definitely better. We don't really know what the field of view is though on this one. It just kind of
Uh,
says three-way binocular, but the
yeah.
image looks
Yeah.
pretty much the same.
I think there's a few a few extra circles
Oh,
in
there's a
there.
few
That's
extra
it.
circles. There you go. That's the difference. You get more circles.
All right, game
Nice
changer.
one. And like,
Hmm.
yeah, how much more expensive is it going to be? Like, what are we talking?
Oh, like here we go. Oh,
Here we
okay.
go. So 40
40
minute.
minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. 30% more flight time than competition. They clearly haven't seen DJI's leaks, have they?
Yeah. He
That's
goes,
awkward.
oh no.
I'm gonna have to remove that off the website
That's
pretty
false
quickly, I think.
advertising.
Not yet. Still only leaks.
Yep, that's it. They'll have to remove it once the 3 comes out, which has got apparently 46 minutes. Still impressive for now. Like, again, but it depends on when is this even coming out. I don't see any release date or any
Yeah.
pre-order option.
There's, there's a lot more questions than answers, I think, right now. Like, yeah, cool. Here's a 4K 30 camera. Here's a 0.8-inch sensor.
Yeah.
What codecs can we shoot in? What field of view does the camera have? So just
Yeah.
I'd like just a little data sheet of both of these drones, all three of these drones would really go a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, impressive regardless. There's definitely a lot there.
Yeah, that's it. And it's clearly competition. Like, this is clearly a competitive drone in the drone world.
Oh,
Both of them are. I think the Nano is. I'm more impressed by that, really.
Oh yeah, that just blows the Mini 2 out of the water, no doubt, no questions asked.
And like, if you're gonna save, let's say $400 compared to the Lite, I know we haven't seen footage yet, but I mean, the Nano seems like the obvious one for most people getting a drone.
Definitely.
Like, I don't see, there was nothing in the Lite Plus that made me go, yeah, no, that one makes sense. I'll get that one.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing really special. Like, yeah, you get more field of view. You do get the adjustable aperture, which personally I do prefer. But
yeah,
if it's cranked all the way up to 2.8, there's no difference.
For sure. And I mean, it's saying 6K. That's cool. But again, like, that's all we get. Like, any other information with that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Well, again, I don't know when it comes out. Is that a thing that we'll find out soon?
Hopefully. Well, if they've announced, usually when you announce something, you say, coming in a month or so, I guess.
Yeah. Or pre-order now. Or, like, where's the urgency?
It said above it was 20 megapixel. Where's this 50 megapixel coming from?
Yeah, I don't get it. It's not a clear landing page. It really isn't clear. Because it's saying 20 megapixels, and then we scroll down, and then it's saying 50 megapixels. So it's like...
Or is this a different version? Hang on. So that's Evo Light.
But then up
Is
here...
something else?
This is apparently the Light Plus. So again, it's like not a very clear experience. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still very impressed, but yeah, don't know.
impressed, but still have questions I'd like answered.
Yeah, very underwhelmed by this one. The Nano's the one I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like, besides the fact that the Nano has all these offerings, I think the most exciting thing is that 2.7K video transmission. Like, to me, I definitely noticed a difference when I would frame shots and when I'd try to figure out what I was going to capture. Going from 720 to 1080, that was actually quite a noticeable difference for me. I don't know whether 1080 to 2.7 will make a major leap, but still impressive.
Definitely. You want to be able to see nice and clear shots of what you're actually shooting itself. And if it's what resolution did the Nano say it could shoot? Was it 4K or?
Yeah, 4K 30. It says it down here.
It's still good, like. But yet again, it leaves questions. The 48 megapixels, is it going to be a quick? Every photo is 48 megapixels, or do you have to go into that special mode to take the photos?
Yeah, too many questions. I'm excited to see. Hopefully, they've got some, like, promotional videos that are about to come out on their channel, because they're really missing the mark here. If people get excited for something and then they're not capitalizing on that hype, people will move on,
And the competition's, as we know, catching up very quickly to drop a few new drones.
Yeah. Anyway, pretty cool nonetheless. We will, I'm sure, jump back on for another live stream at some point when there's some more drone news. But I've already mentioned at the beginning of the video, but check out Danny's Instagram, Mole Media, as well as you've got a Facebook account and a website as well.
Got all that linked together.
That's all connected. Any last comments or anything? Any thoughts before we finish?
Look, as I said, I've got more questions than answers right now, I think. I'd like to see some more information. Hopefully we see some more. If more news comes out soon, I'm sure we'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. I think if there's any sort of promo videos that come out, it'd be cool to maybe jump on again and dissect it a little bit more, or whether we actually have a spec sheet, or see what I would love to see, like I said before, is a spec sheet side by side to detail the two differences between, the Nano Plus and the Light Plus, and then actually have differences between the Nano and the Lite. Because right now it's very vague.
Yeah. Like, we know there's a weight difference. We know there's a kind of a sensor difference. And actual some sensors themselves, like wide angle. But otherwise, look, I'm still impressed so far. So far, so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something. At least it's something new. It's another competitor getting in and actually being quite competitive.
Exactly. And honestly, coming up against DJI, you're coming up against a juggernaut. So
yeah,
good on them.
For sure. And like, I don't want to harp on about it, but you know, if you're coming against the juggernaut, like, you need to bring more than just a vague landing page. Like,
definitely,
to me, it's ridiculous. Like, you know, I'm developing a drone course at the moment, and like, I'm preparing everything before I launch it. I'm not launching it when it's not prepared. I'm making sure everything's the copy's there. I know exactly how their experience is going to be. There's a pre-order section when the course launches. I'm a single person on my own, an individual trader. These guys have got a team of multiple people. Like, I don't know about that.
Here's one website.
Yeah. Well, that's not even secure. You know?
Exactly.
Like, come on, guys.
That's even a worry. Like, if you're purchasing anything directly through the website, that's questionable. Like, especially this day and age with cybersecurity, I wouldn't be purchasing through a website at all. Then,
no, not at all.
That could cost them a lot in sales.
Yeah, 100%.
But hopefully they already know this.
I hope so, and I hope the reviews come out and we get some honest opinions on it. Hopefully it comes out soon, so we get a bit more info.
Hopefully when these come out, I'd love to see a review from you, actually.
Yeah, I'd be keen.
Autel, hit him up.
Yeah, come on, Autel. What are you guys doing? I'm ready. I'm here. Let's do it.
That's it.
Cool. All right, man. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.
No worries, man. I'll talk to you very soon.
Talk to you soon. Have a good one, dude.
Thanks, man.
Peace.
Peace.